beautiful people, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jackie Fashion. I'm new here. Thanks for stopping by. So I have these two beautiful satin here for my hair bonnet. I will be using the black for the outer part, while the other color will serve as lining. So let's start. In order for us to start, we need the length of our material and the width of our material. The length I'll be going with is 29, and the width I will also take will be 29, because what we are looking for is a circle. So when you're done taking the width and the length, you place your material by folding. So you first fold it into two and you fold again. So when you fold into two and you fold again, it means you have four fold. As you can see, I fold into two and I fold again. So let's see if it is in four. So we have four pieces. Why folding? We have four pieces. So I'm going to go with the fold edge. So this side is fold, is the right side that I'm going to take, because the other side they have opening and this side did not have opening. So as you can see, this is the side that is right, that we are supposed to use. So now I'm going to be going with what I need to form the hair bonnet. I'll be going with 14 inch. So I place my 14 inch at the edge of my material, and I have to take the 14 all round. And when you're placing, make sure your tape is sitting well at the edge of your material. So when you done placing, you dotted your 14 all round, then you trace according to the dot. You trace it all around where you have dot your 14. So when you're done tracing, you see how it look like. So I trace it like this. I have to go now with my scissors. So I'm cutting following my chalk where I trace all around. As you can see, I'm done cutting. So what we need is a circle. So let's see. Wow, I got a circle, guys. So now I'm going to fold this one and place on top of the other material, and I follow the same way I cut it, and I cut this one. As you can see, I've cut it down. Look how it look like. That is a circle. So I pin it down because satin is so sleepy. I pin it down, follow good side on top of the good side. I place it good side on top of the good side. And I mark 5 inch at the end of the material, at one edge of the material, for where I will be using to turn. So now I'm going on my sewing machine to sew it round, then except the 5 inch allowance that I leave for turning, I will not sew that. So I've sewed it all around. That is my 5-inch allowance that I left, that I will be using to turn the material with. So now I'm turning it. So I have to turn it all around and make sure it look all out. After you do that, you go to your steamer. You make sure the edges of the material, they are looking good. So you have to iron it nicely. I've done mine. As you can see, that is my 5-inch allowance that I use to turn. So now what we are going to do is we have to measure 1.5 that we use to pass our elastic. Remember, we are doing hair bonnet. It needs elastic. We need to flip elastic in order for us to get the hair bonnet. So I'll be going with 1.5 from the edge. I'll be taking 1.5, and this 1.5, it has to go all around. And when you're marking your 1.5, make sure your material is placed well, so that you should not have any disturbances along the line. So I'm done marking it. I have to trace it, follow my dotted line for my chalk. I have to trace it all around, follow the circle all around. So I've done that. Then from that line, I have to come back by 1/2 inch. And in all this, I have to do it all round. As you can see, I have to do it all round with the dotted, and later I trace it again to have another circle. So I'm tracing it, follow my chalk. As you see, I'm tracing it so to have 2 lines, because I have to sew and leave opening at the middle of that 2 line where I'm going to be using to pass my elastic. So I will sew the first line. I'm going to sew all the 2 lines, the first line and the second line. Then this outer part that I didn't mark, I'm not going to sew it. So at this point, I will sew the second line all around. Then the first line in front, I'm going to use it to pass my elastic. So the second line behind, I sew it. Then the outer line, I did not sew it. So this is how it looked like. I sew the other line all around. Then I did not sew this other line, as you see. So I'm going to pass my elastic through this 5-inch allowance that I leave. So I'm going to go with 22 inch of elastic according to the size of my head. So if you want to do yours, you take the size of your hair, the size that you need, then you cut your elastic. Mine is 22, so I'm going to go with 22. So I'm going to place my elastic on my safety pin. When I'm doing that, I have to flip my elastic through the 5-inch allowance that I leave, and all this I have to do it all round. So as I'm doing it all round, in order for me to place my elastic so that maybe it will not, the other part will not run inside, that is going to stress me, I tie the other part down so that it will not run inside. Why I'm going with this other head. So that is what I do for my own. So when you're passing it, you pass it so nicely so that maybe you will not do a mistake, the thread will cut down or something happen. So I'm done passing it all around. As you can see, I tie the elastic so that it will not run inside. So now that is how the hair bonnets look like. I tie the elastic down. So this other place that I leave as the entrance, the 5-inch allowance that I leave, I'm going to fold that. When I'll fold it, I go on my sewing machine, I stitch that down nicely. So let's see how it look. So that is it on my head. Oh guys, it's so beautiful. I like it. Look at how the satin bonnet look like. I like it, guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share this channel. I like it, guys. So thanks for watching. You will see me in my next video, or I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye bye.